So here we have the Adidas Clot Gazelle by Edison Chen, and this is the Halo Ivory, and this came out on the Adidas website about a month ago, and pretty much sort of sold out instantly, and then started appearing on other retailers over the last sort of week or so, and I managed to sort of grab a pair, which I'm quite surprised about because they seem to be in demand. And the box for this is, got their sort of dual branding, so you can see Adidas and Clot on there. So apart from that, it's pretty much a standard sort of Adidas Originals box. And the Gazelle itself was originally released in 1966, so it's quite an old model from Adidas, and one of those ones where it was a suede based sneaker, and that's what the thing that was different about them. But for nowadays, obviously, different people do different takes on the Gazelles, and like Sean Weatherspoon and now Clot. And they were used mainly for sort of outdoor sport activities. So it was one of those trainers, like I said, back in the mid sort of 60s, it was used as for outdoor sports. So with the details, this comes in a Halo Ivory, Footwear White and Bluebird colorway. So the Bluebird is mainly from the laces. So you can see that you get a rope style lace and it's in blue, and that's why you have Bluebird on there, which I was a bit puzzled about when I looked at the description, but that's the reason why it's got Bluebird. It has a drop-in insole, so you can sort of see that here. It's got one of those ones where it's I suppose more comfortable than a standard Gazelle in that respect, because it's got more of a sort of soft squishy foam material inside there, which is like a drop-in insole, and on the heel area it's a lot more sort of padded, so you will sort of feel that nice I suppose cushioning on there, more on the sort of neutral, slightly going towards the firm side. And within the sneaker, all you have is a gum capsule, so that's kind of the only thing that you have in there, so that's why the insole proves pretty handy. And the upper is made up of a textile material, so similar to like a burlap material, quite sort of rough to the touch, quite rigid as well, so I think it will take a little while to sort of break in. But I do like the beads that they've got going on the stripes. And the price for these is £140. So with the comfort and sizing, this is on the medium to firm side. Like I said, because you've got the drop-in insole, that provides most of the comfort, or all of the comfort. And for that reason, it's kind of more on the medium to firm side. It's still sort of soft, but I'm not sure how long that will last for, and whether the insole will sort of bottom out. But it does feel like a nice insole, and it's nice to sort of have that versus, they could have been lazy and just put in a normal insole in there, so I kind of like they went the extra mile for comfort. And you can go true to size on these. I think for wide footers, go up half size. I went up half size because I feel like the Gazelle is more of a narrow silhouette, and even though this one expands quite a bit because of the material, it's still one of those ones where I was happier going up half size. And also because my foot's wide, I usually hit the sort of sides of the sneaker at the forefoot area, so going up half size really sort of helps with that. Usually lengthwise I'm fine with it, but it's more the width that I find an issue with. And I would say no wear in time, because they're pretty much good to go out of the box, and you can see there's quite a lot of bend on the gum capsule. But the only thing would be, like I said, is a material choice. It's a little bit rigid, not so much. I mean, it's still sort of a flat type sneaker, as you can sort of see, but just be wary of that. There might be a little bit, kind of wear in time for that. And it's just got like a standard grip. It's nothing special. It's a very sort of 60s type grip really, so there's nothing special going on here, and it should serve for wearing during the sort of I suppose spring summertime period. So with the look and style, it does have that classic Adidas styling, which is synonymous with Adidas and their Originals series, which is made up of all different 60s 70s silhouettes. So whether it's the Gazelle, the Campus, the Superstar, or even the Handball Special, they're all kind of very similar type looking footwear. And this is a good one for spring summertime, like I said, because of the fact that it's a very lightweight shoe, and also very sort of neutral colours, and just a simple sort of piece of footwear. And I'm not sure if I'd use the outsole in sort of really harsh conditions anyway, and same for the upper. And this one, because it's got the different sort of materials on there, I definitely would say this is a casual and smart casual type sneaker. The colourway lends itself well to wearing in a smart setting as well, and I think you can get away with wearing like a formal shirt with these as well. It's just got that sort of look to them. It just sort of elevated a bit, and the beads kind of remind me of the Air Max 1, the Travis Scott collab that they did, and it's got similar sort of beads to that, and that had like beads on the swoosh. And it comes with these sail laces, and I showed like the blue laces earlier as well, so you can also put in a white pair to match the stripes. But I kind of like these rope style laces. It's quite sort of unique and almost sort of bare bones, basic type laces. So with the final thoughts, I like the fact that they're really lightweight. They feel really lightweight on foot, and most of these types of trainers do anyway, because they have like very sort of minimal tech in them. And I also like the textile materials as well. So it seems to be like, you know, the materials that they've chosen, this is really nice and really work. With the cons, so the comfort, I'm not sure how long the drop-in insole will last for in terms of its comfort, but I think, you know, it's just one to be sort of wary of. But obviously I'd still prefer this than what you normally get, which is a really thin insole. And the cost as well, so £140 is still on the high side. You know, most GR versions go for like £90 to £100, and sometimes you can pick them up on sale for like £70. So this is quite a high price to pay, and I think if it's a collab, maybe it should be £110, £120. And also what I noticed while doing the on feet as well is this area here just feels a bit rough to the touch, especially on my ankle, so I'm not sure if I'm going to get rubbing from that. It does have like a leather lining, but it seems to be this little area here, it just feels quite rough, you know, and this material is quite sort of nylon-y. On the Bluebird pair, they've changed this to be leather or like a stitch above it, and maybe that's been done, you know, because they've probably found out in this one that it has like a rough heel tab. But I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt for now, but it might be one of those things that once I start wearing them I might sort of find that I have issues with them. So with the ratings, I give the Look & Style for this a 5 out of 5. I think it's just a really nice neutral looking sneaker, and I'm not particularly a fan of these types of sneakers anyway, but this one just works because it's just been elevated, and I like the fact that they've got, you know, the different sort of look on it, kind of similar to, like I said, the Travis Scott AMX one with the beads and the stripes. And the comfort, I'm going to give it a 3 for now. The insole's providing most of the comfort, but like I said, I don't know if that's going to bottom out. But I kind of like the way it feels on foot, and it's on a medium to firm size still, but still nice. And the quality, I'm going to give that a 5. I think, you know, Adidas never do a bad job with their build quality, and this is no exception. And I think, you know, they've done a good job with this. I didn't notice any kind of issues on my pair, and it's constructed very well and quite sort of detailed as well at the same time. And the pricing, I'm going to give it a 3. I think this is where it fails for me, is the price. It's £140, and to me it's a bit high in terms of its price. And overall I'm going to give it a score of 4 out of 5. I think it's mainly the price and the comfort that kind of lets it down. I think for me, if the pricing was right, I probably would have given it a 5, because I actually think this is one of the nicer sort of Gazelle collabs to have released over the past year or so. And you know, it's kind of similar to the Sean Wotherspoons that released last year, and I really like the pair. And at the moment I'm going to give it a 4, but I might change my mind based upon, you know, if I wear them more, and it might be one of those trainers that does sort of feature in my top sneakers of 2024 actually. But like I said, it's a neutral colourway, very sort of wearable, and if you're into these sort of 70s, 60s style trainers, I haven't been so much, and I'm still willing to give it a try, especially with this particular pair, but let's see.